Welcome. Brad B. Tones Tramel here of the Tone Masters LLC. And today, what I'm going to be launching is something called a speech critique. As a lifelong communications connoisseur, I've learned several methods and techniques through voice inflection and bodily and visual, not only audio, but visual communication styles and techniques that can help you thrive amidst any audience. What we're going to be doing is reviewing speeches that have gained notoriety or a lot of acclaim for how good they were. What we're going to do is we're going to analyze some of the speaker's techniques and the way he communicates to see how the message has such impact. So today, I'm very excited. I think this being the inaugural episode, that we're going to review a speech called the Great Dictator speech given by Charlie Chaplain. This speech is one of the most highly regarded, impactful, and important speeches that was given way back then. And I've seen it several times. And one of the things that I noticed about Charlie Chaplin is prior to him giving the speech, it almost is like he's getting into a zone because he knows the weights of the words that he is about to speak have so much impact and they transcend time and space. What he said back then is relevant still today, and you will be able to see it in this speech. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and then we're going to critique it and go through it and talk about the highlights. And we can also analyze ourselves in the speeches that we give and some of the presentations that we have to see if there are opportunities where we can grow, become better, and even mimic a little bit of his style. The same type of inflections and skills that he has in delivering this speech are the same ones that can be practiced and simply applied to help you in your communication style, no matter what audience you're in front of also. That's what we do here at Tone Masters. So without further ado, let's jump into it.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone.
I want to pause right there because you can kind of sense in his tone of voice that it's hopeful. He started out very humble. He doesn't want to be known for anything. He doesn't want to be an emperor. He doesn't want to rule over anybody. He believes that there's plenty enough for everyone that's already here. And you could hear it in his voice, the kind of drop off at the end of sentences when he mentions a bad trait or something that negatively is happening in our society. It drops off as to say, what a shame. But then he follows it back up with the same tone of voice and an elevation where there's hope. The good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. Simple statements like that. Let's continue.
The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way.
See how I went down?
Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed.
It's almost like he's getting as a more serious tone because the types of things that he's mentioning are detrimental to all of humanity. And sometimes we can't even see it. We can get locked up so much in our actions and in our frictions and in our feuds that we forget that we're all just human beings. And he's stating this with such intensity because this is a dangerous and perilous place for our society to be in. You can sense it in his voice.
We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness.
The things he's saying is just so powerful, man.
Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair.
See, he's speaking with such, it's almost like the weight of this speech has been entrusted to him to deliver a message of hope that transcends the movie. Anybody who watches this movie is going to be impacted, especially by this speech, because you can see the common things that he speaks about in everyday life. We may not be experiencing it personally ourselves, and some of us may be, but we know somebody who's experiencing extreme hardship based on the circumstances that he's speaking about. We've lost the humanity.
The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel.
That's this part right here. He's speaking to his troops, of course, and you see how his tone elevated. He's not just making the impactful statements. Now he's giving charges and declarations to the men who are standing before him, strengthening them with his words to be strong.
Who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate. The unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery. Fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke, it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Man, I got chills. I couldn't even pause anymore. When he gets to that part where his call to action is for men to unite, to do away with greed and with lasciviousness and with wickedness. All these people who are promising this in positions of power, they lie to us. It's like the kingdom is within us. We have the power to make these changes. If we unite and do so, what a place the world can be. And this is what we're going to do going forward with these speeches. Many areas of where you saw his intensification of his speech based on the climax of what he was doing. The same type of skill can be learned and can be mastered in your very own business. Depending on what audience you're in front of, you possess the same power. And if you're interested in finding out how to unlock and unleash that power, I want you to go to btonez.com. That's BTONEZ.com. Also found in the description with the link of this video. Let's sit down for a free 15-minute consultation and find out how to unleash your voice and be impactful in your line of work. This is B Tonez. Blessings.